because, as we know, there are known knowns. There are things we know we know. We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know.
Yes, yes, yes. It's the Raphie Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And today, we, besides boxing talk, damn, I've gone live. I've got the live notification almost immediately. That's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. Okay. And so besides the boxing talk that we do all the time, and sometimes we get into the social talk. We talk about what's going on socially, and we know there's been a lot going on socially. And all being well, I will be introducing you to a man who also does a lot socially, does a lot in the community. And that is none other than Marvin McDowell. So as we allow the area to populate, gone live a little bit later than usual, but you know, people got lives to live. got things to do, got things to get done. But yeah, looking forward to this one. Very much so looking forward to this one. And let me just do a sound check. Let me make sure that everything is in order and copacetic. Let's take a look at this now. Where's my sound check? Where's my sound check? Let's take a look at this now. Boom. We are live and we are good. Okay, so the first question has got to be, where's Troy? Where's Troy? Went MIA yesterday. So the question is, as a matter of fact, I got the logo. Where's Troy? Or do we have to go to a plan B tonight? OMG. Okay. Let me get this, let me get the picture straight. Let me take this down. We don't want it blocking. We don't want it blocking no thing. So, where am I? Let's get some FaceTime. Let's get some FaceTime. The question is, where is Troy? Dame.
Yes, here I am. Back from some turmoil yesterday, but I have returned.
What was the turmoil?
My phone went dead. So I went to, actually, I can save that story till the end of the show if you like, or you want me to tell it now.
You best tell it now, because people want to know.
Okay. Well, this is what happened, y'all. My battery on my old phone went dead. Would not turn on at all. That happened around 3:30. And I tried to charge it and everything else wouldn't work. So today after work, I switched carriers, and that took about 2 hours going back and forth. So I got a much better phone now, 5G phone. I got a tablet and everything going on. And my bill is up $40. But if you're going to do something, you might as well do it right. Because, see, now I'm not searching for a signal. Man. Now I can sit anywhere in my house and it sounds clear.
Your bill is up $40. What do you get? What's included in that?
The tablet, the phone, 5G, and the phone I got is a 2020 phone. It's a Samsung OnePlus A.4 something 5G phone. So okay. Yeah, that's all a part of it.
So Troy has moved into the 21st century. Troy's moved into the 21st century. So yeah.
And I called and I smoothed it out with Mr. Junior Jones. So I think we just have to reschedule him.
Junior Jones. Yeah, they know about Junior Jones.
Yeah.
So where are we now? What's going on? I know we're live. Let me just do another check. And let me put the banner up so people know what to expect. Where's the banner? Yeah, there we are. There we are. Okay, so Troy has returned. We found Troy, and we got a guest. We got a guest for you today. We got a guest for you today. Watch your background noise. Watch your background noise. We got a guest for you today by the name of none other than Mr. Marvin McDowell. Marvin McDowell, how do you do today?
Oh man, I'm great today. Great today.
Excellent.
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We got Marvin. We got Marvin. No hitches. We actually brought him forward to make up to you guys. Welcome back, Troy. Make up to you guys for yesterday, the shenanigans of yesterday when I don't know if you know this, Marvin, but we lost Troy yesterday. We lost Troy. Couldn't find him. We had to send out the bloodhounds. We were searching the swamps, but he's okay.
Yeah, but I found him for you.
Sorry? He's funny.
I found him for you, man.
Marvin McDowell, not only an ex-boxer, not only a current trainer, but he's also, you know, you also have some sheriff skills. He's got some tracking skills.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so we lost Troy yesterday, and I could have carried on and got Mr. Jones in, but couldn't find his email. But we got our systems. We got our systems in check now. So all the details that I need, I will have regardless. So next time, and I got on Facebook and I spoke to Junior yesterday after the show, and so that was cooled and smoothed out. And then Troy's spoken to him since, so we're probably gonna we switch it around, so we'll get Junior in next Thursday, this coming Thursday, if all is well. And you got the bonus, you guys out there, you got the bonus of having an unexpected guest and an unexpected day. So everybody wins. So without much further ado, let me close that down. Without much further ado, we're gonna get straight into. Well, first of all, I'm going to acknowledge everybody in the chat. Red Gloved Militant is in the building. OBZ welcomes back Troy in the building. Shiz Biz, big up Raphie. Yes. Okay, and who else we got? We got Wilder. What? Wilder quiet as a lamb these days. Okay, well, we can probably touch on some of that as well. But first and foremost, we're going to get straight into the interview and welcome in Mr. Marvin McDowell. Marvin. Yeah. Tell us about
Great to be here, man. Great to be, you know, and great to talk.
Hey, it's great to talk. It's great to talk. You've got a message. Well, you've got a story and you've got a message. You're doing things out there. That's for the second half of the interview. I'm going to structure this thing. First of all, appreciate you coming on. Where are you? Baltimore?
Yeah, Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah.
Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, so we're welcoming Marcus McDowell live. This is live from Baltimore, Maryland. We can see the green. Right. We can see the green trees in the background of the car. We can see it. And a lot of guys like doing the interviews from the car, and I think it's a smart move because you got your own little studio there. You've got your own.
There you go. Man, you didn't caught it.
You got your soundproofing, so it's an excellent idea to be filming from a stationary vehicle, and the signal is good, and the picture quality is great. What kind of phone is that you're using? That's a good picture quality.
Android.
Android. It's clean. It's clean picture quality. Okay, so yes, hope all is well. Wizard Sleeves up in the building. Jamaican up in the building. Okay. So we're gonna start from the beginning. We're gonna break this up. We want to start about your early career, and then we move along. We progress along, and then we'll come to what you're doing now. That will be the last segment. So first and foremost, I want you to just take me on a journey who is Marvin McDowell? Who was the boy that went into that boxing gym for the first time? I know you remember.
Yeah, I do remember. Well, I was maybe like 12 years old, but you know there was a boxing gym when I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old. They used to let the kids come there in during the summertime and just mess around. But nor that I knew that eventually I would take over that gym and start my boxing program in there.
Wow.
You know, and you know the speed bag platform and a lot of stuff that they had there originally back in the early 70s, you know, it was still there, you know. So what we did, we tore the wall down to make it bigger, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, that's when I started my training career. But before that, it was this organization in Baltimore. It was called Operation Champ. And it was an organization that was sponsored by the Urban League and the Department of Recreations. And it was an organization that had everything that a kid desired to do. You know, they had sports, they had boxing, karate, weightlifting, they had everything, ping pong, pool, modern dance. You know, if it was a program like that right now, it would really save a lot of these kids in Baltimore City, you know. But I benefited from that program. I got into the boxing program, you know, like I was like maybe 12, 13 years old. And how I got started, I was a little knucklehead in my community. So I was with some of my buddies and we walking around and, you know, trying to get into things.
Getting up to no good.
Yeah. I said, you heard what I said, trying to get into some things.
Yeah.
So we went past this recreation center and we looked in there and they had boxing in there, you know. And, you know, I was a pretty good street fighter. You know, I thought I could handle myself. So my buddies dared me to challenge the guy that was in there, you know.
Wow.
So, me, you know, I had a little heart. So, you know, I went in there and I challenged the guy, you know, and
sounds like
I did pretty good. I did pretty good with him.
Sounds like Enter the Dragon.
Yeah, I did. I did pretty good with him, man. You know, and the guy that was the trainer there, his name was Jimmy McAllister, right? He was a great featherweight contender back in the day. And if you check the record, he was the only man on record that fought Willie Pep to a draw.
Wow.
His name was James McAllister, Jimmy McAllister.
Yeah.
The only man on record that fought Willie Pep to a draw. And you can check the record books and you will see that he was that he did that. Wow. And back during that time when he was fighting, you know, if he got a draw, he really beat him.
Yeah. You're saying, I see what you're saying. So that was the guy you challenged? That was the guy you challenged? That's not the guy you challenged.
No. This guy was I think he was a Golden Glove champ.
Wow.
And you know, and they was just looking for somebody, I guess, for him to beat up on. Yeah. But you know, I went there and you know, I challenged him and I did pretty good. And I was liking it. I kept coming back. Right. Then the next thing you know, I took his place.
Wow.
And that was in maybe 1971, 72.
Wow.
And I've been involved in boxing since then.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And, you know, I had a chance to, you know, they had this program down in Glen Burnie that's in the county in Baltimore, right? It was at a high school called Corcoran Junior High School. And they used to have amateur boxing matches there. And, you know, I went there, you know, I had my first fight, I lost. I had my second fight, I lost. I had my third fight, I lost. And man, I wanted to get that trophy so bad, man. I'm saying, I just wanted to get that trophy, man. So what I did, I start working harder. I start listening, start following instructions, start working on my technique, and start, getting pretty good at it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So from my fourth fight on, I went 25 fights undefeated,
Wow.
and for my size,
Mm.
I was a pretty powerful puncher.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, man, I used to tear them guys up, man.
Ha.
I had fun. And see, boxing is a sport where you can inflict your will on somebody as much as you want.
Yeah.
You won't get in trouble, and you'll get applause, and you'll get rewarded.
Mm-hmm.
So I throw this to these so-called tough bad guys out there, right?
Yeah.
Try boxing. That'll change your life, man.
Ah.
It lets you see that you're not as tough as you think you are. You can't fight as good as you think you can fight. It really humbles you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Really.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, man, that's great. That's great. So what we're saying here. So yeah, you got into the amateur boxing, did very well. Did very well.
Yeah.
And at what stage? I know you want to say something, so carry on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as an amateur, I won the South Atlantic Association. That's the state association, boxing association. I won that like 7 times. And then I went to the Golden Gloves. I won the Golden Glove Championship 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
I was a regional champ. I was a runner-up in the nationals, right? I never got my national championship, but I had a chance to travel around the country, and fight in a lot of national tournaments, man, and meet a lot of guys, and it kind of set me up for the professional level, And I was pretty well known here in Maryland, in part of the country too. Yeah.
So how many amateur fights did you have?
I had 198 amateur fights.
Damn.
And I won 180 and I lost 18.
That's a pretty damn solid record. That's a pretty damn solid record. We got world champions these days who haven't had as many amateur records. Fights.
And I had about 87 knockouts.
Damn. That's a worthy. Yeah. Reverend Pickles in the chat says, "Wow."
Yeah, so I was sort of like the Forrest Gump of boxing. I was for real. I was in all the right places at the right time. And one thing I found about in boxing, right? See, when the people see you a lot, right? They kind of favor you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about the officials and everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
And see, the reason why the United States can't win no damn gold medals is because they kind of favor the people that could possibly not win a Golden Glove championship, but they overlook the guys that can possibly do it because they favor the people that they see all the time. Right. So say if I won the state championship and a regional championship, and this is my first time in the nationals.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of guys that they recognized, and befriended, but every time they see them, they kind of get knocked off.
Yeah.
But then because they come back every year, they kind of say, well, we're going to give this guy a shot. Right?
Yeah.
And that's the wrong guy. Now here I come on the scene, right? I'm beating everybody. They steadily taking the decisions from me, but they're going to take the guy that they favor and let him make the team, and he don't bring no medal back.
Yeah.
And that's what goes on. There's a lot of favoritism in amateur boxing, and that's why we can't win these medals, man, because they send the wrong people.
Damn.
They send the wrong people, and it should be cleared up, man.
It should be cleared up. What would it
Yeah.
take? What would it take to clear it up? What would it take? Because we're about solutions over here. We like to
Yeah.
identify
Yeah.
the problem, and then we talk about solutions. So what would it take to clear it up, Marvin?
What would clear it up is
Yeah.
that everybody will be fair. The chief of officials should have a conversation with these officials, that governs the tournaments, the judges, the referees, and all this, right?
Yeah.
And should have a talk with them, and let them know, hey, look, man, we trying to bring the best out. We want the best to represent us.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying be fair,
Yes.
and that's not what's going on, man. And I was a former president of amateur boxing.
Okay.
And I was invited to the national conferences and everything, and I spoke up about it, man.
Okay.
And just like say I have a kid, right?
Yeah.
He won the state, the regionals, and he won the national championship, right? But I'm a level 1 or level 2 trainer,
right?
So I can't go with my guy in the training camps because they want level 3s. But I'm good enough. I'm good enough of a coach or a trainer to have a guy qualify and win the championship, national championship. But yet I can't be there in the camp, to help train them or train the other kids. It don't make any sense, man.
Don't make no sense. What do you have to do to be a level 3 trainer? Are they
take a test?
Okay.
Okay. And now that things has changed in USA boxing, now they don't even really have levels now. They have colors and codes.
Okay.
And I'm a level 2, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But I train national champs. I train international champs, man. And I done proved myself. I can get the kids to the national tournaments and the international tournaments and stuff. And why can't I be with them?
What does it take for you to get the right color, the level 3, yeah? What does it take? What does it take? What do you have to do? What do they need to do?
Just take a test. See, you have to go to the national. You take the test at the national tournaments and stuff. But what I'm saying is that they changed the
criteria.
They changed the way they do things now.
Okay.
So it's harder.
Okay.
To get there, to get the test. And then they have this thing called IABA. That's the International Amateur Boxing Organization or Association.
Yeah.
And that's when you can be picked to be, an international trainer or international referee, a judge or whatever. But they just make it so hard, man. I'm serious. And things would be a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
I'm saying I can build a kid up and get him to the nationals, and he win the nationals. But yet I gotta go through all this paperwork and stuff, to be certified.
Right.
To be with him. It don't make any sense to me, man.
Don't make no sense.
Once they change the dynamics of that, man, it'll be different.
Troy wants to say something.
Okay.
Yeah, Marvin. I was gonna ask you to tell them some of the fighters that you worked against that are currently pros now, like in the amateurs. Who you trained against that's currently?
Who you trained? Who you trained or trained? Who you trained? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well,
I had
What?
Yeah. Well, there was a female that I trained, man, and she was multiple national champ, multiple international champ. And right now she's the WBA and WBO super middleweight world champ.
Wow. Can we get a name?
And, her name is Franchon Cruz.
I know Franchon Cruz. I speak to her on Twitter. I speak to Franchon Cruz on Twitter. Yeah.
I started her when she was 15 years old, man.
Damn. Damn.
But see, that's how people do. You know, like I had her from 15 until about 22 or something like that,
Yeah.
and then they leave. You know, and somebody else get the glory that I put in them.
That's life, man. That's happens all
Yeah,
in all
yeah.
industries.
Right.
Happens in all industries.
15,
Right.
16-time national champ, international champ.
Damn.
Went to the Pan Am Games, did all that stuff, man.
Damn.
You know,
Damn.
and somebody else,
Reap the glory. Reap the glory.
yeah. And a lot of times, when a lot of people do interviews, right?
Yeah.
They don't really interview them right because they just so glad that they got the interview. They don't really delve into how they got started, who they was with, and stuff like that, man. And it's like they just popped up, start boxing, they did everything on their own, and rah rah rah. But I developed a lot of state, regional, and national champs, man.
Yeah, he did. He's being real humble because if I'm correct, didn't you do some work with Hasim too back in the day, Marvin?
Well, one of my friends and one of my trainers named Lou Butler. He got it, Hassan Rockman to the gym, and the rest was history.
Who got him to the gym?
Hassan Rockman.
Who brought him to the gym?
A friend of mine named Louis Butler.
Okay.
He was a former. Matter of fact, Lou Butler. He fought the White Kwawi a couple of times. He fought him to a draw.
Okay, so I want to delve a little bit more into that story. So Hasim Rahman, he comes from Baltimore.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
West Baltimore.
Okay. So Hasim Rahman comes from Baltimore, and as he was brought to you. He was brought to you to train, or
He was brought to. It was this famous trainer here named Mr. Mac Lewis.
Okay.
And Louis Butler was a friend of mine. He was a former light heavyweight contender, right? He used to see Hassan Rockman fighting on the street, So he grabbed me and said, "Hey, kid," he said, "Man, you ever thought about boxing?" And some kind of way he made it over to the gym. Because Hassan only had about 12 amateur fights, man.
Damn.
Yeah, he only had about 12 amateur fights, but he could punch.
He was a big kid. Big kid.
Yeah. I'm saying he was built like Sonny Liston.
I can see that.
Big hands, big arms, big head, real thick, man.
I can see that.
You know how Sonny Liston was, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was built like Sonny Liston, man.
I reckon Hasim Rahman was born like that.
Yeah.
I reckon he was born like that.
Yeah.
Because he don't look like he hit the weight room too much. I think he was born like that. Even if he did hit the weight room.
Yeah. Man. But
so talk me through it. He comes to the gym, and do you see potential? Are you at the gym as a boxer or a trainer at that point? And do you see potential in it?
Well, I was a trainer.
Right.
I was a trainer at the time. But no, I was still boxing myself.
Right.
But I had a break in my boxing career, man. In I fought until I had my first professional fight in 1982.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you this, man. That's why I deal with the kids the way I do, to give them the truth and guide them right.
Right.
My first professional fight, man.
Yeah.
It was terrible, man. And for the amateur background that I had, man.
Yeah.
Man, I was so discouraged and disappointed. I quit boxing. I quit for 2 years, man. I wouldn't talk about boxing. I wouldn't look at boxing. I wouldn't have nothing to do with it, man. My first experience, man, was terrible, man. I'm for real.
Talk about it.
So
Right.
yeah, here's what happened. All right. You know, I had my. Have you ever heard of a heavyweight contender named Larry Middleton?
Lyle Middleton sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Matter of fact, he ran through Europe.
Okay.
You know, he was beating a lot of guys up in Europe, man. And he was
Okay.
over there for a minute.
Yeah, it was a badass. Badass.
Yeah, he was. He was former heavyweight contender. You know, he was in the top 10. Matter of fact, he fought Ken Norton.
Oh, damn.
He fought Ken Norton. He was supposed to fight Ali.
Damn.
Ernie Shavers. You know, he fought all those contenders, man.
Yeah.
You know, and well, he was one of my trainers too.
Okay.
And you know, like my first pro fight, they sent me up Jersey on my own by myself, and they were supposed to come up later.
What?
Right? Didn't have no money at all. Right?
What?
Didn't have no money. I had about $5. Right?
Damn.
So what I'm saying, for the amateur background that I had, man, you know, I was thinking that, man, this was gonna be set up, that was set up, right?
Yeah.
So I gets up there, man. You know, I get to Philly, then I had to transfer to a bus to go to Vineland, New Jersey.
Okay.
All right. I get to Vineland, New Jersey, and I'm at the bus station. Right?
Yeah.
So I called the guy to come and pick me up to set the fight up for me.
Yeah.
I let him know that I was at the bus station.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he didn't answer the phone. Somebody in the gym answered the phone and said, man, well, he's in Jersey. Well, he's in Atlantic City. So I said, well, man, I came in from Baltimore, man. You know, somebody was supposed to pick me up, this and that, right? So they gave me the address to the gym, right?
Oh.
So I catch a cab. I only had $5.
Damn it.
So I rode long enough till the $5 ran up, right?
Oh my gosh.
I gets to this, look, the cab driver let me out at a one-way street and said, man, the gym is down there.
Okay.
I start walking down there, and then this dog start chasing me. I'm running through the street, man, with my suitcase. You know, man, it was crazy as I don't know what, right?
Smart.
So finally, I ducked the dog, and and I found the gym. I goes into the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing people working out and moving around and stuff like that. I said, well, I'm the fighter from Baltimore. My name is Marvin McDowell, and this and that. They said, well, man, he went to Atlantic City. He took a fighter to Atlantic City. I said, well, damn, man, what I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
You know, I'm supposed to be in a hotel, and I'm supposed to eat. I hadn't had anything to eat and everything. So I wind up sleeping in his office on a couch.
Oh, my gosh.
Right? And the next morning he came, rushing up, had something to eat, stuff. He said, look, man, he said, man, I was in Atlantic City, but if you want to stay here and I can get you a fight. I said, no, man, I want to go home, man.
Yeah.
You know, so he took in, gave me some bus fare.
Yeah.
And I came back home. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So I gets back to the gym. And my trainer tell me, say, hey, man, you got to cut your mother's apron strings, man. You know, you're a young man now, right? I said, look, man, I don't ever want to go through that no more. You know?
Hell no.
So then they set up another fight for me, right?
Yeah.
All right. I fights in Jersey at the Golden Nugget, right? First of all, we go the wrong way, we get lost. You know? So I gets up there and everything, and we get in there, we get in the hotel, fought at the Golden Nugget. I fought a draw. I fought a guy named Bryant Matthews, something like that. Fought him to a draw.
Yeah.
All right. After the fight was over, right? It was this gangster that got me to fight. You know, his name was Nick Bass.
Okay.
Right? So he set the fight up, right? He gets the envelope, put it in his pocket, right? We on the elevator. So all of a sudden I hear him say, oh, hey, whoa, right?
Yeah.
So what happened, he said that this somebody on the elevator pickpocketed him, right? And took my money.
Oh my God.
Right?
Oh
took my money. right? So then he looked at me because he knew I was mad, man. I fought and I wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
He give me $100 bill,
Mm.
and that was it, man.
Oh, damn. How much were you supposed
So
to
I
get?
was I was supposed to get $500, man. And this was back in the 80s, man.
Boxing, man. Boxing. It's
And
full of
man, I'm saying, look, I was so discouraged and disappointed. I quit boxing, man, and got married. I
again.
quit boxing and got married, man.
That's how disappointed you were.
Yeah, and I married I married a Jehovah Witness, man.
Wow.
And you know she was against boxing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was trying to be good, you know, and I stayed with her and everything.
Yeah.
But we still was having problems. So
Yeah.
I went back to boxing.
Hell yeah.
I went back
Hell
in
yeah.
'84, you
Hell
know.
yeah.
And you know, I started boxing and you know, I was with a guy that could get you fights
Okay.
on the moon.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
He could get you fights anywhere. And, you know, I fought in Baltimore, you know, I was like maybe 5-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Sean O'Sullivan, he won the silver medal in the '84 Olympics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think this was his second or third fight.
Mm-hmm.
So they got me a match with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I goes to Cork, Ireland, and
Yeah.
fight him in Cork, Ireland
Mm-hmm.
in 1985. You know?
85. The 11th.
Yeah.
First of November 1985. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I fought him in Cork, Ireland, man. And man, I was digging in him, man.
Yeah.
I cut him over both his eyes.
Yeah.
Right? The ref was gonna stop the fight. So the ref went to him that I found out. He said, look, man, if you don't do nothing this next round, man, I'm gonna stop the fight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the bell ring, I come out, Sean O'Sullivan rush over to me, man, and he knocked me down.
Damn.
Right? I gets up and
Yeah.
the ref stopped the fight, man.
Damn.
So everybody was booing and throwing stuff in the ring, hollering, stinkeroo, 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 you know. So he wouldn't even interview nobody after the fights. They came to me and interviewed me. And they said, well, what do you think about Sean O'Sullivan, man? I said, man, he wasn't no different than anybody I fought in the States. You know, I wasn't impressed. And, you know, he never really turned out to be anything, man.
No, he did not. He did not.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he was a silver medalist in the '84 Olympics, man.
Silver medalist. Wow.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't impressed with him at all, man. You know?
So, yeah.
Okay, Marvin, tell him about the common. Tell them about how life works now. You went through all that trouble with the Irishmen. Tell them what you do with the Irish team now.
No. That's skipping ahead. That's like going to the end of the thing, which right about now.
Yeah, but you know, I still was fighting, right? But see, too, is that you know, I was taking fights for money and travel. You know, I took another fight. I fought in Paris. You know, I lost in the 5th round. Had another fight. Well, when I fought Kirkland Lang in London.
Damn, Kirkland Lang. Yeah. That's a hell of a name. Hell of a name, Kirkland Lang.
Yeah.
In 1987, Wembley Arena, London.
Right.
I probably watched that fight. Did I? 87.
87.
Yeah, I could have watched that fight. But carry on. Tell us the story. Tell us the story.
Yeah, well, with him, you know, like they didn't think I was going to do anything, right? You know, because they stopped the fight in the 1st round, man.
Oh.
And you couldn't, you know, I didn't get a chance to do anything, man.
Right.
You know, the first punch he hit me with, they stopped the fight.
Damn.
They stopped the fight, man. I couldn't believe it, man.
Damn.
And at the time that I was over there, man, you know, like it was during the breakdance time, you know, in the 80s. and you know, like we had went to the training camp and the kids was coming around. And they was asking me, could I break and pop and do all them crazy dances and stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
Did you,
it was
did you
crazy,
do,
man.
did you do it? Did you do it?
No, man. I said, man, just because I said all blacks can't dance like that, man. Yeah.
Can you break dance? That's crazy.
Yeah, they said, can you pop? Can you break? But you know, like
Can you
like
laugh?
when I was in, check this out. When I
Yeah.
was in Ireland, right? When
Yeah.
I fought Sean O'Sullivan, you know, we was walking around,
Yeah.
you know, through the streets.
In the streets. Yeah.
And yeah, and
Everybody's staring at you. Everybody's staring at you.
yeah, because they knew I had to be there for something,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So we was walking past this little girl and her mother on the bus stop.
Yeah.
And the little girl said, "Mother, look at those black fellows." You know? I said, "Dad, they must don't see no blacks here, man."
No,
I
they
said,
wouldn't have.
"Mother, look at those black fellows."
Yeah, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have. They wouldn't have.
Yeah.
It's very white over there at the time. It was very white over there at the time. I mean, since then, you know, it's changed a little bit. But at that time, I can't imagine. The accent would have been a bit different, but yeah, absolutely, I can imagine. Okay, so take us through. Keep going. Keep throwing with the career. Keep going with the career. Take us through. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Let me have a look.
Like I said, I fought in Paris.
Yeah.
Right. I fought this guy named, I think his name was Jose Fernandez. Right.
Jose Fernandez.
Yeah, something like that. I forgot his name.
Antoine Fernandez.
Antoine
Antoine
Fernandez.
Yeah.
And with him, man, I was rolling with him, man.
Yeah.
And I got tired. I got tired, man.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And but see, after the fight, man, I had me some fun, man. We stayed at this hotel, man.
Dang.
It had a shopping mall in it, man. It was real cool, man.
Yeah.
And they had a party after the fight because one of the fights was a championship fight. And man, those women were dancing on the tables and everything, man. It was a great experience, man.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Top dancing, absolutely. Yeah, man, dancing on the tables, and then and then you fought Eddie Van Kirk in Baltimore.
in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right. But see, when I fought him, right?
Yeah.
It was a time that, you know, my career was going down, man. And you know, it was like a east side, west side fight. I was the west side, he was the east side.
Okay.
And man, I'm telling you, man, I don't know what happened, man. We come out, I'm banging on him, and all of a sudden he clipped me.
Yeah.
Boom, knocked me down, right?
Uh-oh.
And everybody thought I took a dive because they knew that I could be in my spot with him in the amateurs, man.
Yeah.
And he couldn't carry my bag to the gym.
Uh-oh.
But he caught me cold, man, and knocked me down, and you know, they stopped the fight.
Oh damn. Oh damn. Oh damn.
Everybody was going crazy, man. And you know, because this kid couldn't carry my damn bag to the gym, man.
Damn.
You know. But he caught me.
He caught you.
Yeah.
He caught you. Plus, you know, your heart probably wasn't in it at that stage, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, probably so. You know, because from the stuff that I was going through, you know, and then two is that I was married.
Yeah.
Right?
To that Joe.
My wife, it's Joe Witness, and you know, she hated boxing.
Yeah.
She hated me, told me that people only liked me because I was a boxer, because I was boxing.
Who told you that?
You know?
She told you that.
My ex-wife,
She told you that.
They only like my ex-wife.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, you know, she was not supportive at all, man.
Uh-oh.
You know, so I just got in the groove of I'll take a fight to make some money, man.
Yeah, I got enough negative groove.
Yeah, and see, my career could have went a whole lot better, you know.
Yeah, with support.
But you know, it just
you
know, that's just was my life, man.
That's how it went.
My experiences, man. You know.
So did you have any kids with this lady?
Yeah, two.
You had two children as well.
2 boys.
2 boys as well.
2 boys.
So
and Hey, let me tell you, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. If it wasn't for me, having that boxer's mentality,
Yeah.
I'd be crazy somewhere right now, man.
Right.
Because like she kept my kids from me,
Mm-mm. Mm.
and
Terrible.
I fought for. Look, check this out, man.
Mm.
This would be hard for you to believe. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She kept me from my kids. All
Right.
right. So finally, I fought to get my kids. I got my kids.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I had remarried and everything.
Oh, yes.
And they came to my house, right, thinking that it was going to be only us,
Mm-hmm.
because when I did used to get them, we used to have all our fun,
Yeah.
and they thought that it was going to continue,
Right.
when they moved with me.
Yeah.
I didn't put no structure. I was just so glad to have them with me
Yeah.
that I didn't lay down the laws.
Right.
And then, my new wife,
Yes.
you're not my mother. She was going crazy, man, and
Yeah.
they was giving her all kind of problems, and she left me.
Oh.
But then I got her back, and I made them move her back in.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
But as time went on, right, my sons was acting up,
Yeah.
and nor did I know that they were plotting to kill me, man.
Who was planning to kill you?
My sons.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My God. Let me stop you right there. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. Troy, did you know that? Where's Troy?
I know Marvin's story, man. Yeah,
So-
man. We go back almost 20 years, man. He's my brother, so I know his story. Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop. So
Yeah,
right
man.
back into
Yeah,
there.
brother.
Back to Marvin. There was planning
Yeah. So
your sons
hey, look,
planning to kill you.
man. Yeah, they was planning on, because I get up in the middle of the night and I go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So what they was going to do, they was going to wait for me to get up and go to the bathroom, man, and just stick me up, just shank me up, man.
Oh my God.
So I found out that from one of my sons. But listen here, here's the rest of the story.
Oh my
All right?
God. Oh my God.
All right. Look, one day, my son had he had got a summer job, and because he was getting paid, I said, "Well, man, you can help me buy your school clothes. You can, So he said, "Man, I don't know why I can't buy what I want," because he wanted to buy a gold chain with a gun on it, right? So I said, "Nah, man, you shouldn't do that, man. You should help me out, right?" So this day come, he got paid. So, my sister called me. They was at her house.
Yeah.
The boys are here.
Yeah.
Your son, he bought himself a gold chain necklace with a gun on it. I said, damn, I told him not to do that, right? So I said, send my boys home.
Yeah.
Right? So she said, well, it's dark outside. So then me thinking, them walking through the street with a gold chain on, stuff like that, they'll get robbed.
Yeah.
Right? So I gets in my car and I go to get them.
How old are they? How old are they?
15 and 11.
Okay.
All right. So I get to my sister's house. She runs down the steps.
Yeah.
And they called the police on you. Said,
on you?
Call the police on me. I said, damn, what they call the police on me for? I ain't do nothing to them.
Yeah.
So then I goes upstairs and both of them sitting on a bed, right?
Yeah.
And I pulled the oldest one up. I said, man, y'all call the police on me? And he looked at me. He said, yeah. Right? So I jacked him up. I said, man, you crazy? Nah, would you do something like that for?
Yeah.
I said, you must be nuts.
Yeah.
So I back off. He rushing to me. Right? So we wrestling all around.
Yeah.
And I almost lose my balance. And he stabbed me 3 times, man, underneath of my arm, man.
Wow. Wow. That is some crazy, crazy shizzle.
Yeah.
That's some that took me by surprise.
And check this out. He was saying, yeah, you messed my life up. Everything is your fault. You should die. And man, I'm saying, damn, boy, you crazy.
Wow.
So the police came for him calling when he called him for me, but he
Yeah.
wound up taking him out. So I'm in the ambulance, man.
Yeah.
I'm gone to shock trauma. All right, I'm in the ambulance, and
Yeah.
they working on me, and I see the police bring him out.
Mm.
He's steadily hollering, "Yeah, that's right. You should die. Look at you. Look
Wow.
at you. You should die."
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, man, I was messed up in the head, man, for like 3 years, man. Wondering what in the world was going on, man. Lost all this weight. I wasn't that big anyway, you know. But I'm telling you, man, the life that I had, man, I can write 3 books on it, man. Starting with the boxing and afterwards, man.
Dang.
You know, but when you try to be a good person and do the right thing, man,
Yeah.
sometimes that stuff backfires on you, man. You know, and like I hadn't seen my son for 10 years, man.
You have not. You have not seen him for 10 years.
Not before that. See, this was my son was 15, right? He's 30. He's 38 now.
Right.
Yeah, he's 38 now, right?
Right.
So like when I remarried and I had more sons, right?
Yeah.
One, because I run a barbershop too. So the number never changed. So I gets a call at the barbershop. Say, "Hey, old man, how's things going?" I said, "Who's this?" He said, "It's your son."
Wow.
I said, "Look, man, I'm no friend of yours." I said, "If you can't call me right, don't call me at all." Right? So another couple of years go by. He came with the right voice and we talked and everything. And, we kind of like reconciled everything.
Right.
And he came up, and we talked and everything. And, I thought everything was cool. Right?
I couldn't trust him again. I couldn't trust him again.
No, check this out. All right. So, 1 year he comes up and I guess he got in a hack or a cab or something, right? And him and the guy got to talking. And the guy was a friend of mine. He said, "Yeah, man, my father, he runs a barbershop and he has a boxing gym and stuff like that." So the man looked at him and said, "Oh, yeah, you're the one that cut him." Right? And my son called me to tell me that, right? So I was saying, damn, why in the hell would he do that, man?
Yeah.
So I said, "Look, man, if you can't call me for anything positive, don't call me at all." So another 5 years go by.
Okay. Okay.
And man, it's just we're kind of distant right now, man. I don't even answer the phone. I see his number. He lives in Georgia.
Right.
I see his phone now.
Yeah.
I don't even answer the phone, man.
Because
he never really apologized to me. And he gave me a bullcrap apology because when you become a Jehovah Witness, you're supposed to, take care of all of your past stuff and go into a new situation.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why he had called me that time to apologize, man.
Yeah, yeah. So he became a Jehovah's Witness.
Yep. And he's one right now. Crazy as I don't know what, man.
Sometimes, in families, you just get a kid that turns out a particular way.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'll tell you the truth. I'll go all the way in. Sometimes I think that some people are just born with more negative traits than positive traits.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think that's the way it is sometimes. That's the way. Yeah.
But I have to say that me starting my own boxing program saved my life.
Okay.
Because first of all, I did not like teenagers no more. I didn't like teenagers.
I can understand that.
I did not like teenagers, and then I was running my barbershop, right?
Yeah.
And I still had to deal with kids and stuff like that, right?
Of course.
And I was just hoping and praying that no teenager would get smart with me or try me, man, because ain't no telling what the hell I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah.
You know, so then I started my boxing program because all of this happened when I was starting my boxing program. You
Oh,
know,
oh,
and like man, I was kind of losing it, man.
yeah, yeah. I can
But
imagine.
that my box, me dealing with kids, I did not like teenagers,
Mm.
and I didn't like kids at all, really. You know, but by me starting my own program,
Yeah,
and I kind of like knew
yeah,
that these kids needed my
mm,
guidance and everything like that,
yeah.
and it's been on ever since, man. You know,
One,
I
one,
live for what I do.
100%, 100%. That's an
Mhm.
amazing story, and that kind of takes us now from moving from your boxing career. Now you've retired, and now you're moving. You started your boxing program. How long ago was that?
Uh, Damn near 25 years ago.
Damn, 25 years ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
Right.
and I think Troy wants to
yeah,
say something.
Yeah, well, that's more of a personal thing to Ma because me and him, we basically brothers, man. We go back, like I said, 20 years. But most of the reason why I wanted him on here is for him because he don't hold back. I know he was going to share that story. I know he's going to move somebody because years ago, that's how I met him. I heard his story and on right, Marv, on Scott's show, right? On Scott's
yeah,
show, I heard
yeah,
this, and then I
yeah.
picked up the phone. I didn't know who the man was. I didn't know who he was. I just heard his story. I was moved, and he invited me to his gym. So, and I've been coming ever since. Just on a personal note, then I'll let Marvin finish. Marvin pretty much has helped me grow a lot. He could tell you that I pretty much know the sport, but I lack confidence sometimes. And he would just like, I don't even know why you come. You keep saying you want to be a trainer when you ain't doing nothing. It's just
Yeah.
like, come on, man. You know, until finally, I started listening to him. He's just very straightforward, and I really wanted to share his story. So thanks for showing up for me, brother. I appreciate it. And thanks,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Um,
But like I say, like boxing really saved me.
mhm.
Because mentally, man, for somebody to go through what I went through, man,
Yeah,
they would lose it.
mm,
They would lose it.
yeah,
So now I'm a savior of the kids.
mm,
I live for these kids. I live for what I do,
mm,
and I try to make it better. I try to make situations better for the children that I deal with.
yeah, yeah,
And the organization that I run,
yeah.
right, is called Umar, and Umar is the Arabic word that means life.
Hmm.
So when I was putting my organization together, I want to find a strong word,
Yeah.
that will that reside in your mind for a
Resonate.
long
Resonate.
time, man.
Yeah, resonate.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and
Hmm.
yeah.
So what's the
Umar boxing mean life.
so is that what it's called? Umar Boxing.
Yeah, yeah. It's Umar boxing and youth development. No hooks before books.
Okay, Umar Boxing. Let me write that down. Put that in the description box. Umar Boxing. Okay, so we'll put that in the description box, and we'll put your Facebook in there as well. We haven't finished. I'm just letting you know. We'll put your
Okay.
Facebook in there as well in the description box. So at the end of this show, people
Hmm.
watching near and far, they can well support in whichever way they can, even if it's just
Yeah.
encouraging words.
Hmm.
So what was I going to write? Oh yeah, Facebook. Are you on anything else other than Facebook? Are you on Instagram or Twitter?
Yeah. It's well, on Facebook is Umar Marvin McDowell,
Yeah,
and on Facebook is same thing.
yeah.
Marvin McDowell. Yeah. And
Mar-
Instagram, same thing.
Umar Marvin McDowell. Okay, I got all those written down. I'll put those in the description box. But we're still going. We're still going. So
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
got through your amateur career. We've got through
Hmm.
your professional career, which your heart wasn't
Hmm.
really into. Um,
Hmm.
the support, and then didn't have the support.
Yeah.
And then we're now into your training career because
Yeah.
yeah, take us through that.
Okay, now when I was putting Umar together, I wanted it to be different from any other gyms, right?
Yeah.
And you know, like the program that I came up on when I was boxing as an amateur, by them having other things that was associated to that organization, I wanted to sort of frame my program sort of like that, where you can come in and have other things that you can do, right? And see what I do now, I use boxing as a draw to get the kids in. Once I get them in, you know, the no hooks before books is a must. So the kids that I have in my organization from 6 to 106,
Yeah.
the kids from 6 to 13, it's mandatory for them to be in the educational component before they come to the boxing, because all of them are not going to be boxers at the end of it. So I want them to get hooked on education first, you know, so that it won't be no problem them seeking higher education, you know, as they go older and grow older and finish school. You know, so right now with my organization, right, I do a free yoga class for the community, a free community yoga class, you know, and also on a certain day, we give away free fresh vegetable and fruit. Like every Wednesday, you would give away like 1,500, 2,000 pounds of fresh vegetables and fruit, you know, and I'm sort of like a community person, a community organizer, you know, just trying to hit these kids on all angles, man, you know, because these kids need our help, man, you know, and the experience that I had with my own, right, I don't want this thing to happen to any other parent, man. I don't want no other parent telling me similar to stuff that I told y'all, you know, about their kids, man, you know, so I just try to do the best and be the best and just be there for these kids, man. You know, because they need us. They need us, man.
Yeah. So what are the stories of some of the kids that you've had come through?
Yeah.
Some bad stories. Give me a bad story and then give me a good story.
Oh, well, I can give you two bad stories, man.
Damn.
About 3 years ago, 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, man, two of my boxers was murdered.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of my boxers, his name was we called him Telly, Machine Gun Telly.
Wow.
You know, he was a very good boxer, and you know, he was getting ready to turn pro. So he was, you know, is a area called Pennsylvania Avenue. And what happened? He had two friends that were females.
Okay.
And somebody, you know, pulled him up and was, you know, threatening him and stuff like that. So he helped her out.
Right.
So he beat the guy up, knocked the guy out.
Right.
So later on, he coming home. He walking home. So I guess the guy that he beat up, shot him right in his chest, man.
Wow.
Shot him right killed him on the street, man.
Wow. How old was Machine Gun?
He was 23.
Wow.
Yeah, 23.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
You know,
guns over there. It's crazy.
Look, I never met any of his people except for his brother, right? I never met his mother, never met his father. And he was with me 7 years.
Wow.
And I never met him. So I gets a call, right? The day after he was murdered. And his father said, well, you know, Tully was down there with y'all, right? And, you know, he don't have any insurance. Right?
Yeah.
So I had a visual at the gym.
Yeah.
And I asked for donations.
Yeah.
And, you know, my program, we put the money together and we buried him.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
We buried him.
Wow. Why couldn't the parents bury him?
They didn't have any insurance on him. They didn't have any insurance. They didn't have no money. And they were saying because he was with us that they was trying to make me feel that it was our responsibility.
What do you mean?
I was going to do that anyway.
What do you mean with you? What do you mean with you?
Yeah,
What,
you know, like he spent most of his time with us, even
oh,
though he lived there with them.
oh, oh,
You
oh,
know,
oh.
they put the responsibility on the gym.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that
I
because
don't either.
I don't understand. No, I wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't swallow that. I wouldn't swallow that at all.
Yeah, yeah,
I would say, well, yo, listen, I'm not his dad and I'm not his mom.
yeah,
You're his parents. It's your responsibility. I think it's actually
yeah.
your legal. You are the next of kin. It's your legal
Mm,
responsibility. If you don't want to do
right,
that, then.
right.
But I don't know. That seems like kind of emotional blackmail to me.
Yeah, yeah. But we put him away, and we put him away nice, man. You
That's
know.
well, that's
And then it
beautiful.
was another one of my kids, right?
Yeah.
19 years old, real
Mm,
good kid, good talented kid,
mm,
learned the game and everything.
mm,
And he was coming home from work,
mm.
and some guys tried to rob him, right?
Damn.
But see, here's my thing: if you see somebody walking,
Yeah.
of course they don't have no damn money, or he would catch a hack or a cab. He
Or be
walking home.
or be driving.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I guess he was getting the best of him because you know he had some skills,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and they shot him, man.
Nah.
19 years old, man.
Nah. Oh man.
And then one of my trainers passed away. So in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
we buried 3 of our members.
Wow. Wow. Dang.
Yeah.
That's
And,
that.
and I'm saying, you know, we grow very close. We like family, man.
Of course.
You know,
That's a family.
and a lot of times these kids don't understand what we go through because I leave my family
Mm.
to come there
Yeah.
to do what I do for them,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
and they don't understand what it takes to be a trainer, to be a coach, you
Mm.
know.
Mm.
It's like we are really into these kids, man, and we want the best for them, you know, and it just seemed like there's no loyalty
Mm.
in boxing, man. There's no
Mm.
loyalty. And
Mm.
loyalty is something that you can't teach.
Yeah.
Either you're loyal or you ain't, man.
That's right. That's right. You either
You
got
know?
it in you or you don't got it
Right.
in.
And I lost a lot of great boxers that I worked with,
Yeah.
you know, and
Mm.
developed.
Mm.
And they, you know, they just moved on, man. You know?
And maybe it's time for contracts. Maybe it's time for
Yeah,
contracts.
but see, when they amateurs, you can't sign a contract with an amateur.
Oh, I see. I see.
See?
I see.
And see, you know, the whole time that you train them, somebody's in their ear putting all this stuff in their mind, and
Mm.
you know, then you go to see, I'm a no nonsense person, man.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
either you with me or you're not. If you're not with me, go
Yeah.
on about your business, man.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Hell yeah.
and why should I have to be kissing somebody's butt
Mm.
when I'm the one that developed you? I'm
Yeah.
the one that gave you these skills, man.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't get that. You know, you just didn't wake up one day and
Mm.
became a good boxer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm.
man, I'm telling you this, right? If
Yeah.
I got all my sweat back
Yeah.
from me training these kids, man, I could have a swimming pool some damn where, man.
Maybe you ought to talk about loyalty. Teach them about it. Maybe you should
Yeah.
include that in the curriculum.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do now. You know, I used to have no talks with them. So now after every training session, man, I
Yeah.
talks with them, talk
Yeah.
to them, and
Yeah.
let them know how I feel, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's right. That's right. I think that's a good protocol. That's a very, very good protocol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let them know, and you know, don't be afraid. I say, don't be afraid to let them know what you're putting into it.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
just not just because they're the one that's doing the jog, the hill running. Let them know what the organization puts into it, and so there is a need,
Right.
there is a desire. It
See-
needs that they have to give back to the organization for the next generation.
Right.
And if they
Right.
take-
See, they benefited off of what we do.
Yeah.
You know, so they get to a point, man, where they want to move on, and they
Mm.
don't think that They old, man. They old us. They old us, man. If
Mm.
not to come back to talk to the kids,
Yeah.
you know, and
Cool.
you know, or mentor them, you know,
Yes.
or, you know,
Yes.
it's just they just selfish, man,
You have to let
and
them know.
it's really crazy.
You have to let them know that it's a cycle, and they're part of the cycle, and they have to fulfill. Well, they should consider fulfilling their part in the cycle. So
Right.
the same way that they came up through the program, they must know that
Mhm.
they should be feeding back into the program. So
Right.
generations after them can benefit
Yeah.
from the same program. So just
Yeah.
make sure you get a logo with a
Right.
circle. Get a logo with a circle.
Mhm.
Show them what the cycle is, so they
Yeah.
understand what the cycle is.
And see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a sign and put a sign up. Right. You
Yeah.
can't go forward if you don't give back.
Yes.
Forward, backwards.
Yes. Yes. Or put that in the circle. Put that in the circle with the
Yeah.
arrows. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's my suggestion. That's my suggestion.
Mhm.
What's going on here? Troy says, tell them about Josh. Tell them about
Oh
Josh.
yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. We had a kid that Troy know he come from a different area,
Yeah.
and finally he came to me, trained him very well, man. He was real good, pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But the streets was calling him, man, right? And he got shot. He didn't die, right?
Mm.
But you know, I'm saying some of these kids ain't built like that. You know, their street life, they're not built like that.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
and man, we had developed him. He was winning. He was winning. And one day he comes in the gym and he tells me, he said, man, you know, it ain't working here, man. You know, like don't nobody, you know, pay attention to me. Don't tell nobody tell me what to do. You know, and what I told him, I said, look, man, you know how to train. I taught you how to do this thing. You know, you don't have to wait for me to give you instructions when it's a routine that you do every day.
Mm.
You come in, you shadow box. No, you exercise first,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
Then you jump rope, then you shadow box, hit on
Yeah.
a heavy bag, or
Mm.
get in the ring and spar, you know, and then you exercise going out, getting the medicine ball. It's a routine. So you've been doing this long enough for me not to even be watching you. I only watch you when you spar. All that other stuff is normal. You come in and do your work, but if it's something that I have to look at, I'll look at you. But otherwise than that, man, you
Mm.
know, you don't need me like that.
Mm.
So that was his reason for leaving,
Oh.
right? That I
Oh.
wasn't paying attention to him. You know, man,
Oh.
I have a lot of good boxers in there, man, that
Mm.
you know, that go through the routine, that know what to do. As soon as they come in, boom, 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 boom. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not a pacifier. I don't baby people, man.
Mm. Mm.
You know, I provide the gym, I
Yeah.
provide the equipment, I
Yeah.
provide the travel, I
Yeah.
provide my knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't run, you
Mm.
know, run is your responsibility. You
Yeah.
know, some trainers get out there, man, and run with the kids.
Yeah.
Man, I do all the training, man. I can't get out there and run with you.
Yeah.
What is your responsibility?
Yeah. Yeah.
When are you gonna do something? You
Mm.
know?
Mm. Yeah. Maybe you could have a guy. Maybe you could have a guy who likes to run. Maybe you could have a guy,
Yeah.
appoint a guy who likes to run and say, okay, take him away. Maybe you could have a system whereby, because some people like to be babied. You can't be the babysitter all the time, but maybe you could allot people in your gym certain responsibilities. So you
No,
have
no. What I'm saying is that
yeah,
I do that. Everything is in place, right?
right, right.
But what I'm saying is that, you know, when these kids work, see, can't nobody in my organization compete without me putting my hands on,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Because I know what I want to see. I know when they're ready, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody has to show their good and will for me to make the agreement that, okay, yeah, man, I didn't check you out and, man, you about ready to fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one to make that decision,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
And if I don't see what I'm supposed to see, they ain't fighting for me, man, because my reputation is on the line too, just as well as theirs.
100%.
And I'm known for producing great boxers, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yes. But what I'm saying is, if you got some people who need some motivator to go running with them, then maybe it's possible there's somebody in the gym who you could say, okay,
yeah, well,
you lead the running.
Well, a lot of them get together. A lot of times they do it on their own, right?
Okay.
You know, like, hey, man, you want to run tomorrow morning? You know, and they get together like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it works out like that.
Oh, it works out.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as it works out and they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very good indeed.
Mhm.
How much battery life you got left on your phone? How much battery life you got left on your phone? Because I think I heard a few notifications.
Well, it ain't me. I'm all right.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
I thought we were going to run out any second. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, well, give us some good stories then. Give us some good stories of.
Okay. Here's a great thing too.
Yeah.
You know, through my No Hooks Before Books program.
Yeah.
I got about an 85% graduation rate.
Awesome.
Most of the kids that's been in my program since, you know, the inception.
Yeah.
Right. First of all, they get good progress reports. Right. They pass to the next grade and they finish high school.
Excellent.
They finish high school.
Excellent.
And right now, I have at least maybe 18 of them that's floating around in college right now.
That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So,
and they're very productive.
Have you got another good story for us? Because you gave us a few bad ones. You got another good story?
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. One of my guys. His name is Marquis Stokes. Right. He really just got serious about it. You know, he fought in the Golden Gloves and this and that. And you know, he got married.
Yeah,
and he's doing real well.
That's great.
And I'm getting ready to turn him professional. You know, he got 3 kids, 2 boys, and just had a little girl. And he's very dedicated and disciplined. And pretty soon I'm gonna turn him pro, and he's going to be a contender. And he'll probably be in contention, you know, to win a title, man.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So we got a question by Reverend Pickles, and he's asking why did Troy name Josh Slick? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Reverend Pickles, pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. He was a pretty slick boxer. Yeah, he was real slick.
He was slick.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So that's an easy one. So okay, so we're coming up close to the hour now. So let's talk about some of the problems that boxers face. One of the things I hate to hear about is boxers getting ripped off for their money, because it's a job where you're basically putting your brain on the line. Your brain is at risk. And without your brain, I mean, your functionality is impaired. So if you're doing a job that puts your brain at risk, to me, you better be compensated. Talk about that, Malcolm. Talk about fighting ripped off.
Okay, now in boxing, right? See, a lot of these guys, man, they go into it wrong, especially on a professional level, right? Is a separation, right? All right. Now you have A, B, C, and D fighters, right? And A fighter, you know, that's the one with the good pedigree, national champ, you know, very well known in the sport of amateur boxing and boxing. You know, they'll match a A with a C, you know, or as the A fighter get a little better, they'll match him with a B. He won't get another A fighter until he fight for a title, right? But you got people that's there to win, you got people there to lose, and that's just the way it is in boxing. You know, everybody get into it thinking that they're going to be this, they're going to be that, and it don't work out like that. You got to put time in, and you got to learn how to save your money if you're making money like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and then too, you got to learn how to read the contract.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to have a lawyer to read that contract to explain things to you. A lot of times these guys get so desperate, right, that they'll sign a contract without going through it.
Yeah.
And then if they go through it, they don't know the meaning of a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you know, a lot of them, that's how they get stuck, man. That's how they get stuck.
Like they get stuck right out of the gate because the first bad contract you sign can mess up your entire career.
That's right.
The first bad contract you sign can mess up your entire career.
Yeah. And two, when I was fighting, right, I didn't sign no professional contract, man.
That's interesting.
I didn't sign no professional contract, man. I said, nah, man. You know, just like I would decide which fights I was going to take.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because one time this guy called me up, right? He said, man, I can get you a fight in Australia, right? But you got to be 130. Now I'm 147. He talking about I got to be 130. And you know what I told him? I said, you take it.
Man,
you got mad with me, right? I said, you take it, man. I said, you know, damn well I can't get to no damn 130 pounds. I said, you take it. You take the fight. You know, but that was the kind of relationship that I had with them, man. You know, I said, man, you crazy? You know, I said, man, you gotta come at me in a different way, man. I ain't going for that, man.
Yeah.
You know.
So if
I ain't that desperate.
Yeah. So if you can't, I think one of the message, put good message here is if you can't get a good contract, then go fight by fight until you can. Go fight by fight until you can. That's a strong message. So you know, every week I try and get the jewels. You've given us quite a few jewels, and one of the jewels is that if you can't get a good contract, go fight by fight until you can.
Yeah, that's right.
That way you don't get hemmed in. You don't get hemmed into a bad contract. You know, desperate people do desperate things. And a lot of these guys, it seems, sign bad contracts. So people, we found a solution. We found a solution to the bad contract situation. If you can't sign a good contract, go fight by fight until you can.
Right. And see, too, is that, that's what a lot of people don't understand. You can say like people put years on a contract, but ain't no guarantee that you're going to get those many fights in a year. So what you can do is sign a fight by fight contract, right? Say like, all right, I signed this contract for 5 fights. Well, I signed this contract for 10 fights, right?
Yeah.
And that's where you're not really that obligated.
Yeah.
Or you can go where you want or do what you need to do for yourself. Because once you sign those year contracts, they lock you in, man. You know, and you can't do nothing.
Yeah. Locked in. So Troy says tell him about the Irish team.
Yeah, well, the Irish team, when they come in to compete, right, they train in my gym, you know. The international boxing team. You know, they come around, you know, and you know, and they have a pretty good strong team too, man.
Okay.
They be coming in, man, kicking the United States butt, man.
more focused on what they're doing. Okay, so
right. Yeah.
What kind of who are the boxers that catch your eye right now? I mean, we're talking about the pro level, the top level. Who are the guys that you like? Who are the guys you like?
Man, I like Tyson Fury, man.
Yeah.
I like Tyson, man.
Why?
Because he got hot and he don't care. He don't care, man. You know, let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's go.
Yeah. And I like
Joshua.
What's his name? I like Joshua too, man.
Yeah. Dillian White. What about Dillian White? What about Dillian White, Marvin?
I
you hear
haven't
me?
seen him too much. You
Yeah,
talking about
Dillian White.
Dalen
Dillian
White?
Dillian White.
Dillian White. Yeah. Yeah. You haven't seen
Yeah.
him too.
Dillian White. Right.
Well,
Right.
I
Right.
haven't really
Right.
seen much of him, you
Okay.
know.
Okay.
And
That's fair
now
enough.
check this out.
Yeah.
Be on a watch for this guy named Cortez Dunston. Right?
Cortez Dunston.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He just signed with was it Antonio Tarver.
Okay.
You remember Antonio Tarver?
I do. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, Antonio Tarver trained, but this is a fighter that I started,
Uh-huh.
and he couldn't hang here in Baltimore. It got too hot for him,
Wow.
so he left and moved down Florida.
Okay.
And I gave Tarver a gift.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And this guy is a heavyweight, man.
Wow.
I call him Philly Ali.
Okay. Okay. So that's his style. Yeah.
Oh man, this dude is beautiful. But he never really gave himself a chance, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you know, I was trying to get him in the Golden Gloves for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Then finally the third year he got himself together. He used to hurt his hand from fighting on the street, or you know, just a lot of stuff that kind of like kept him from doing the things that he needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time that he really put down and got down, we fought in he won the state and regional Golden Glove championship, and we went to the nationals in Utah,
Right.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah.
And this was his first national tournament.
Mm-hmm.
He went straight to the semifinals, right?
Yeah.
He would have won the semifinals, but he got cocky.
Uh-oh.
What he did, all right, now when you go to the national tournaments,
Yeah.
they have 3 rings.
Mm-hmm.
And during the semifinals, they take one of the ring down.
Yeah.
All right, so the guy that he thought he was going to fight
Yeah.
won.
Okay.
So he looked over at him before the decision was made on him.
Mm-hmm.
He told the guy, hey, man, I see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
So finally, they give his score up, and they took it from him. Man, he went crazy. He should have been a national Golden Glove champ, man.
Wow.
But because he was boastful and you know, going ahead of himself,
Yeah.
he told the guy, man, we're gonna fight tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Before they gave his score up.
Oh.
And they took it from him.
Dang.
I guess they said, who the hell this guy think he is? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
We haven't even gave his score up, and he gonna talk about he gonna meet somebody the next day. Man,
That's
they
crazy.
took it from him, and he just went crazy. Man, he started kicking on. They was getting ready to suspend him and lock him up.
Damn.
That's how mad he got.
Well, I can imagine. That's a crazy story, man. That's a crazy story.
But he getting himself together, and now he has the potential, man, to be on the scene, and he's going to be a contender, man.
He's going to be.
I'm saying if Tarver, his name is Cortez Dunston. We call him Big Philly.
Cortez Dunston. Remember that name.
Yeah.
Remember that name. And what I'm going to do now, we're coming to the close, so I'm gonna hand over to Troy for the next 5 minutes or so. So Troy, take it away.
What's up, Marvin? Yeah, I was going to tell you, Raphie, that Philly is yeah, Marvin, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Philly is very slick. Yeah, Philly is very slick for his size, man. I watched him in the gym, and Marvin had him right, man. If he would have just stayed focused with Marvin, he'll definitely become champ. But it would tell the truth, you know, he could tell the truth. He could be Wilder right now again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can.
Wilder can beat Wilder.
Yeah, he can, man. But I know we had this conversation before, man. But Spence and Crawford, man, who you got? Been a lot of talk about.
I like Crawford.
And, you know, do you see that fight getting made at all?
Not really. Not really.
Well, yeah.
It got to be a fight by popular demand.
Right.
It ain't by popular demand. You got some people don't want to see it.
Why not?
Not because. Hey, look, man. My boy Crawford is the man, Jack. Crawford can
Yeah,
turn that gear up, man. He can turn that gear up, man. Get you up out of there, man. I'm not
yeah. He's
impressed
the
with
perfect.
what. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with him, and especially from him having that accident, man. I don't think that he's right. I don't think that he's right, man.
Okay, okay. Yeah. You mean
I
Spence,
still
right?
think
You
he's
mean
hurt.
Spence. So yeah.
Yeah, I still think he's hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say if you were his trainer, how much time would you tell him to take off before he gets back in the ring, man?
Man, he should have took at
Errol
least
Spence.
a half a year. Because I know he had a
That's what I
concussion.
said.
I know he had a concussion, man.
Yeah, he lost teeth and all that. So yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
he lost
Yeah, he was
teeth.
hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, right. But tell us about the other part of boxing, man. We know about the physical part, but the mental part of coming back from something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm saying coming back from that accident, man. See, boxing is 75% mental and the rest is physical. And if the mind and body is not working together, man, you ain't really got nothing good going on. So he got to be mentally right, for his body to act like it's supposed to, because
Mm.
he might, by him not really, getting hit as hard as he got hit when he got that concussion in that car, he might
Right.
be susceptible to getting hurt, man, because once you feel
What about
that
going into?
buzz, huh?
No. What about going into a shell during a fight? Let's say if he gets caught pretty good and he flashes back to getting hurt and he goes into a
Yeah,
shell.
he go into a shell, the fight is over, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows
Yeah.
how much really the damage was to him. Don't
Exactly.
nobody really know.
Exactly.
And he ain't gonna
Okay.
say it.
No, because he's a fighter. They don't.
Right.
They don't. They
Yeah,
don't
I'm
say anything.
alright. I'm alright.
All
Yeah.
right, man. I've been asking this question around different people, but okay, we got Shakur, we got Haney, we got Telefino. It's Telefino, right? Telefino.
Yeah.
Uh, who am
Telefilio.
I missing, Marvin? Yeah,
Tank.
whom? Yeah. I was gonna throw Tank in there, but there's one more for Ryan Garcia,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Ryan Garcia. Yeah.
Oh, out of those four, man, who would you say is the best chance of defeating Tank now, right now?
You didn't say Lomachenko.
Nah, because I think he's slowing down. I really do. I just think because he got tagged, he's getting tagged now, so I think he's slowing down.
Well, he's getting hit more than he ever got hit now.
Yeah, definitely
But
get
what
hit.
I'm
But out of
saying
those
is that
four,
out of the four, you said which one you think can beat Tank, or you think the one that's going to be on point? Troy. Troy. Troy.
Okay.
Okay.
So I am back. I am back. I heard the commotion. I heard that Troy went missing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah,
where were you?
I
Where were
tapped
you?
the wrong button.
What did you say?
I,
Okay.
I
Anyway.
actually tapped the wrong button. The wrong button on this this tablet, and it knocked me off the stream.
Okay. No problem whatsoever. Where were we in the conversation? What was going on?
Yeah. I was asking him out of Shakur, Haney, Telefino, and Ryan, who has the best chance of defeating Tank right now?
Okay.
I think Shakur got a good chance because Shakur got some history with him. They sparred together.
Telefino's.
And Shakur looked good with him, man.
Okay.
See,
What
Tank is
about
a
Haney?
Tank is a counter puncher. Haney is a counter puncher, right? So Tank and Haney would look like a shadow, really.
Okay. Okay. And Haney, man, I know he's a big cat for one. Was he fight at 135, Marvin?
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah,
And he
yeah,
got
man.
some height.
Exactly. Now, how far do you see him going up in weight in the future? Because he's still young, and because he got some size on him. Did you hear me?
Okay. So,
Yeah. Yeah, Marvin's frozen.
so Marvin's
Yeah.
up. Marvin's back. Okay, we're having
Yeah.
technical stuff going on. So that tells me that we've got the man Marvin
Yeah.
McDowell live up in here, up in the building, and I can't let you go without asking you about your heavyweight situation. What's going on with your heavyweights over there? What's going on? What's going on with your heavyweights?
Well, I'm saying, man, the heavyweights nowadays, man, they are lazy, man. They don't want to put the work in. They don't want to put the work in at all, man. And there's a lot of big guys out here, man, and they just big for nothing.
Yeah, thank you. That's as honest as it gets. Yes. Yeah, hey, you already know how I feel about him, but give your opinion on old boy here who got busted. Big baby. I call him Big Juicy, but Big Baby.
Yeah, well, I wasn't really following him, man. I wasn't
That
really
makes two
following
of us.
him.
Yeah.
So ain't nothing I can tell you
Okay.
about Big Baby. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What about the Polish boy who just got beat? The one from out of Brooklyn, Nonowski?
Oh yeah. It's over for him, man. It's
Really?
over. Yeah, it's
It's
over,
over like
man.
that?
Yeah, it's over.
Because he can't change his style up. He just comes straight ahead and do what he want to do, and he can't change up.
Right, man. Them guys hitting hard, man.
Yeah, they are.
you
Yeah,
know.
they are.
And I'm saying, if you coming forward, right, you coming into that hard stuff, man. He might as well forget it. He don't never be the same, man.
Damn.
Okay.
Where
Where do you see Wilder going in the
He
future?
will never be the same. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
He will never be.
Yeah. Yeah, he would never be. He wasn't really all that anyway. He just was exposed when he got the right type of fighter in there, man.
Damn.
Okay.
So what about
you know what?
What about your boy Wilder?
Okay.
What about your boy Wilder?
Wilder is really over with for Wilder too, man. They really gotta pick fighters for him.
Yeah.
And plus, he ain't getting young. He should be about 35 now, right?
35 now. It's 35 now.
He's 35,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
35 now.
yeah. And I'm saying, and somebody like him, he can't be changed.
No.
See Tyson Fury, right? He went to the heavyweight experts and trained for his fight.
Yes.
The Stewarts. He went with the Stewarts, man.
Yes.
Sugar Hill and them trained him for that fight. And they gave him a strategy, and he stayed with that strategy, man, and he beat the crap out of Wilder, man. Made him look like nothing.
Yes.
He embarrassed him.
Yeah.
All right, Marvin, right?
And that just was basic stuff.
Yeah, it sure was. But I got a question I've always wanted to ask you. If he came to you today and said, train me, what's the first thing you would have him do? This is Wilder we talk about.
I would have him moving.
What, as far as his balance?
Angles. I would have him using angles. Yeah, I would have him using angles and stuff, man.
All right. What about his fundamentals? You definitely tightened that up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, man. He would have a 1-2 that would knock a gorilla out, man.
Well, fundamental movement is fundamental.
Yeah, yeah. And I will work on that jab more and that 1-2. That 1-2.
Right. Because you got a 7-footer in your gym, don't you?
Yeah. No, I got 6'9". I got
6'9".
Yeah.
Right.
And man, he got a 1-2, man, that'll pop your head off, man.
Yeah.
But see, Wilder wasn't really never basically sound. He never learned his basics the right way. If he would have learned his basics right from his height, he'd have been untouchable, man.
I say that all the time. Now, I got a question for you. Is that his fault or is that his so-called trainer's fault? You know, because
That's his
Mark is
training
not the
fault.
head. No, but Mark is not his head trainer, right?
Yeah,
Mark is
but
not the
see,
head
Mark
trainer.
didn't start him off. It's this guy
Right.
in Alabama. His amateur trainer is training him
Who?
too.
Who?
I don't know his name, but
JD's?
that was his. Huh?
Okay. Is it JD's or is it somebody else before JD's?
I don't know. The guy
JD.
that was been with him.
It's a white guy. JD's a white guy.
Yeah. That. See, and I'm saying he have in his mind, if he got away with all that time, what's the change? You know? And would he be willing to change? Because he was winning that way. But if you want to win, you'll open your mind up to get all that you need to win. But
Yeah,
I think it's just too late for him now, man. It's too late.
Okay. I got another one for you. What about your boy Broner? What would you do with him if you got him under your wing right now? What you do with Broner?
I would tell him, first of all, shut up. I'll just tell him, shut up and listen, man. You know? And his time is running out too. He should be about 30, 31. And he started when he was like 8 or 9 years old, man. So it's enough of that, you know.
And then finally, Tank. If you get Tank right now, what's the first thing you would deal with Tank? Or skill? No, or is it Tank, or is it Tank's head that you would deal with first?
It would you know, first of all, right? Tank, you would have to change his thinking, right? See, Tank, a lot of people don't know that Tank can box. He can box very well, right? But the opponents that he has been getting, and I'm saying opponents, right? They were designed for his style. You know?
Yes.
People don't realize that the fights that he got, he was supposed to win those fights. And that's what he don't understand, that Floyd is looking out for him. He has always looked out for him. He's getting in the fights that he can win.
As opposed to
having a hard time.
Right. Who gives him a hard time? Who gives him a hard time?
Anybody that throws combinations.
Like Farmer? Tevin Farmer?
Tevin Farmer don't have no punch, so them combinations will only irritate him.
Okay.
And make him knock him out, make him knock him out. Right?
Okay.
But see,
here's one thing. Let him finish. Carry on, Marvin.
Here's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. I watched Tank since he was 8 years old. I know what he would do, and I know what he won't do. Right? Now check this out. Once Tank feel that he's losing, once he get hurt, or once he get frustrated, he will start fighting dirty. He will be the dirtiest fighter you ever will see. Once he's getting beat and getting outboxed, he will start doing dirty stuff. He'll start hitting you low. He'll start grabbing. He'll start hitting you behind your head. He'll start fighting. He would rather get disqualified than get stopped or get knocked out.
How do you know?
And you will notice this about him. You'll notice this about him. I know him. I done watched him, man. I done seen him do it a lot of times. One fight that he had when he was an amateur, he was in the National Golden Gloves, man. He just fell apart, man. He had a mental breakdown.
Wow.
You know, because he was losing.
Wow.
And he didn't know how to get out of it, and his corner didn't know how to get him out of it.
Dang.
And he lost that fight. he got disqualified.
Go
And
ahead.
see, my job as a trainer
Yeah.
is to have an answer for these guys, man. My job is to counter everything that's in front of them. When they come back to that stool and sit down, I gotta have an answer for them. I gotta have a remedy for them. And a lot of times, man, you get these trainers or coaches or whatever that never been in the mix. They don't have no remedy for these guys, man, because they never did it. How the hell you gonna tell somebody to do something that you never done?
Come back into frame. Come back into frame so we can see you. Okay, we can see you.
Okay.
We can see you now. We can see you now. You look like you was leaning out the side. Look like you was
but I'm saying, see, you got a lot of couch coaches out here.
Yeah.
You got a lot of guys that never did it.
Damn.
Man, I can tell you how it feel when you get dazed. I can tell you how it feel when you get knocked down. I can tell you how everything feels in boxing. But you had these guys that are sideline cheerleaders that learn a little something, do a little pad work, you know, and they feel that they legitimate trainers, man. Nah, man, they're gonna get these kids hurt.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I did it.
Okay, Marvin.
You gotta wait.
Man, you gotta be real. You gotta be real. And you gotta tell the truth, man. You gotta tell the truth.
Yeah, 100. What are you waiting for, Troy? You got a question? Ask the question, man. What are you waiting for, Troy?
Yeah. Because you know those four. Yeah, Marvin, right? You know those four guys that I named. I named Shakur, Haney, Teofimo, Ryan, and go ahead and throw Tank in there, right?
Yeah.
Put all of them in with Gary Russell, and you know who could handle Gary Russell like right now,
Gary Russell would
or in
beat
the
all
near
of
future.
them. Gary Russell
Or
would
the
beat
near
all of
future.
them, but it's a little too late. Gary Russell would beat all of them, but it's a little too late. Gary Russell is like 30, about 31 years old now, man.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
And see, he fight. I'm glad he might be okay because he ain't all beaten banged on.
Yeah.
He might fight once or twice a year, and his body is preserved.
Definitely preserved.
You know, so he might have a little more than a lot of people know.
Yeah.
You know, he might have a little more left in him.
Might do.
But ain't nobody asking for him. He asking for them. They ain't asking for him.
They don't want him.
Right.
Why don't
I watched Gary Russell come up from I watched Gary Russell come up from a pup. He was a mean dude when he was a kid, and he's mean now, man. And he got the fastest hands in boxing, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was upset that Santa Cruz never fought him, man. I was real upset because he put his hands on his father, not in a hurtful way, but still, you don't let nobody touch your father and tell him he like his chains and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You don't do nothing about it. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But I'm saying, man, you know, it ain't really many real fighters out here, man. You know, somebody that you can look at and say, man, yeah, you're gonna be around a long time, man. You know,
right?
You got these. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, because the fight I always wanted to see was Russell against Rigondeaux, man. Maybe at 126, but it never came to pass.
Russell would stop him, man.
Really?
Yeah, Russell would stop him.
Right, just on sheer size or what? Speed? What?
Size. Gary Russell can punch, man. He can punch.
Well, yeah, but he has so much speed. It's kind of, it's kind of deceiving. So you go ahead and break that down about his power.
Yeah. See, sometimes he let off his power because his hands are kind of brittle.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know that. He got bad hands. He got bad hands, right? But I just like Gary Russell, man. What I'm saying, I saw him develop, man, and I didn't saw him. He didn't beat a lot of people up, man. He didn't beat a lot of people up. Man, you look at him, man. I'm talking about. I remember him from the Silver Gloves, man.
Right.
When he was a little cat, man. You know.
Okay.
And
yeah.
and all his brothers.
I've always been a fan of his, man. You know, you ever worked with him? You ever worked with
No,
Gary Russell and his brothers?
no. His father handles all that, man.
Okay.
But it was one guy that worked with them, man. Had them going pretty good, man.
Who was that, Marvin? Who was
that? He got this club now called what's the name of that club? Untouchables. He's the head coach for the Untouchables.
This in DC?
Yeah. Named Martin, his last name Martin. He used to help train fighters at round one with Agent Davis. He's with Gary Russell and them. He was a pretty good trainer, man.
Yeah.
Now he got his own gym called Untouchables.
Untouchables. Okay, so Marvin, we've been on now for 1 hour 50 minutes. It's been great having you.
Yeah.
You got some stories, man. You got some stories. We appreciate you spitting the truth. The truth. And you're over there in Baltimore. You're working with the kids now. What's the name of your gym?
Yeah.
What's the name of your gym?
It's called the Umar Boxing and Youth Development Umar Boxing Program. Umar Boxing and Youth Development, no hooks before books. Put the guns down, put the gloves up.
100%, 100%. And what could be the best thing that could happen to your organization right about now?
That I get another building about maybe 20,000 square feet where I can put trades in. Because all these kids aren't going to be boxers. I can teach the barbering trade, and my wife can teach them how to cook. So we want to give them a skill.
Yeah.
We want to give them a skill, and I, like set up a scholarship fund.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm working on right now. A scholarship fund for the guys, for the kids to go to college, man.
That's
but
awesome.
you know what I'm saying? Like boxing is the draw. Once I get them in, we can change their life.
Yep.
Even boxing or anything else.
Or in the trade aspect of things. Okay. So that's been awesome. It's been awesome having Marvin McDowell in. Amateur guy, had over 100 amateur fights as a professional. Things didn't pan out the way he would have hoped, but still everything happens for a reason, because now he's using all
I can develop my own world champ.
Exactly. Everything happens for a reason, because now he's been through it himself. He can pass on that which he's learned and that which he has experienced for himself. And so is Marvin McDowell over there in Baltimore. Anybody over there in the States who can give a brother a hand, who can sponsor the gym or offer equipment to the gym, or really they're looking for a new building. That's the numero uno. That's the golden nugget right there. Looking for a new building, more space so they can teach trades. Go ahead, Marvin. I got something to say.
And we are a nonprofit organization. We're 501c3, and you will get credit, for anything that you give or donate. You can write it off. So you can give us $1 million, you can write it off. Anything that you do, you can write it off and get credit for it.
Boom. Anybody got a spare $1 million? You can write it off and get credit for it. You can't say no more than that. And even if you ain't got $1 million, even if it's just $1, even if it's just $1, you can donate, you can contribute. So people over there in the States, anywhere, if you can help, you can see he's doing some good works over there. If you can help in any way possible, you're gonna you contact Marvin via Facebook. And Marvin McDowell, Instagram and Twitter. I'm not sure about the Twitter, but either way, he's definitely there on Facebook. And give me a chance after this. I'll put all those details down in the description box. Marvin.
And see, we are all of us are in the business of saving lives, man.
What do you have here? James Jameson said Trump might help. He loves boxing.
Hey, look.
Hey.
I ain't got nothing against anybody that's going to help me.
100%. Any help is good help. And
That's right.
that was Marvin. That was Marvin McDowell, Troy. It's been a good one. It's been a good one. Final words.
Final words. Just a big thank you, brother. You came through as usual. But you left out the most important part of your story, man. Tell them about the last great fighter your son fought. You know who that is?
Huh?
Me. Tell me about the
hey.
Go ahead and tell them that story.
But look, but you know what, man? Look, man, you got to be real in this world, man. You know?
Yeah.
And that's why I get along with everybody, man. I'm real, man. And my heart is for this city. And my heart is for these kids, these children, man. You know? If not us, then who? If not now, then when?
Yeah, 100%. If not us, then who? If not now, then when? And those are the words from Marvin McDowell. Marvin, it has been Marvin. It has been a pleasure. We wish you well in your endeavors, and we may speak again, my friend. We may speak again.
Yeah.
And we'll check back with you.
Man. Thank you for having me, man.
Hey.
I really enjoy myself. You know, I really got a lot off my chest.
Hey,
I don't really talk that much to anybody. You know.
This is the therapy. This is the therapy couch over here, my friend. We ain't gonna.
That's right. I got me some therapy today, so I'm cool now, man. Yeah, I'm cool now.
Hey, Marvin, you're a good guy. You're doing good works over there. We wish you nothing but the best. And if there's anything that we can help you with over here at Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, if there's anything you're trying to promote, then you know, I'm gonna hook up with you on Facebook, so we're friends. Don't be afraid. Okay. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask. If you just want to come on for 5 minutes to spread to send a message, you always have a place. We can always accommodate someone doing good works and trying to do good works. It ain't always easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm just so pleased that you gave me a platform, man, to really, you know, let people know, you know, what's going on, what's happening, and you know, just all I say is that we gotta give ourselves a chance and be around people that can help us give ourselves a chance. You know, life is a chance, you know, and we just gotta take these chances, man.
Just gotta
take it for the good.
Hey, if somebody wants to donate to you, how do they do it? If somebody wants to donate to the cause, how do they do it? Or you ain't got nothing set up yet. I don't know. Or if you ain't got nothing,
we got a PayPal, Umar Boxing PayPal.
You got a PayPal? Well, send me the link. Listen, I'm gonna friend you on Facebook. You send me all the details, and then I'm gonna put them in the description box.
Okay.
So
thanks a lot, brother.
That's good. That's 100%. Troy, is there any final words you have to say?
Honestly, I can say that Marvin is as true as they come, and I know a lot about his program. It has saved lives. It has changed lives. I've personally seen it. He's touched my sons. He's, you know, a couple of times I brought some cats in there that were from the corner, and I explained to Marvin I was trying to help him out. Marvin's like, I'll allow you to help him out, but just be careful. And you know I don't allow no foolishness in my gym, right? So he didn't even charge him because, you know, he didn't charge him nothing to come in the ring and all that. And definitely, man, I wish they would have stayed on and got to actually know the program and got to know Marvin. But as we all know, these cats wash out pretty fast when they have to be faced with honesty, like Marvin used to say. Because when you get in that ring, Marvin will tell you, there is no, it's just honesty. It's just pure honesty, right, Marvin?
Can't nobody help you.
Yeah, because you can lie to yourself.
The referee.
Right.
And you don't want the referee to help you, because if the referee help you, that means it's over.
Okay. So I think everybody said everything. And Marvin, finally, it's been a great show. Wish you well.
All
I'm gonna friend you on Facebook. Send me those details through
right.
when you
Okay.
can. And it's been a great one.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Marvin McDowell, 100% much appreciated. And that was Marvin McDowell. That was awesome. That was awesome. So we're gonna keep in contact with Marvin McDowell. Yeah, and that was a good one. That was a good one. That was Marvin McDowell over there in Baltimore doing good things in the community with the kids, helping out the kids, trying to put them on the straight and narrow. And give me an hour or so, and I'll have all the relevant details in the description box. But really, you can just go to Facebook and find him there. Just type in his name; he'll pop up. You'll recognize him, Marvin McDowell, Umar Boxing. And yeah, what can I say? There's a lot of people in here now, but the show's over. I guess they're starting in, they're coming in. Some of them are just starting at the beginning. We are at the end. What am I saying? What I'm saying. Thank you to everyone who came in. Troy is back. He found his way. He found his way back. And yeah, it's been a great one. That was Marvin McDowell. And what else is there to say? Is there anything else left to say, Troy?
No, just thank you all, man, and definitely, since you're giving your time, we appreciate it. Well, please, man, we're definitely trying to bring you more folks like this, and that takes a lot of energy and stuff. So please share, do the super chat or anything else, and we will endeavor to keep bringing you some very, very good people that have some stories that could actually change people's lives, man. Because I'm not interested in just talking to and just having people on because of their name. I really believe that these brothers have and these sisters have some stories that they want to share and that you want to hear. So why not do that? After all, it's boxing talk. It's not just talk about boxing, right? So that's it. Share, like and subscribe and hit that super chat and bless yourself up. Thank you.
That was Troy Graham. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one. Marvin McDowell. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Red Glove Militant says this was an awesome show for real. Yeah, man, I have to agree with you. Marvin just kicked it like it was, told it like it was. I don't try to talk too much I don't pre-plan what people are going to say. I just like them to come in here and flow. Flow within the structure, flow within the system, giving you, maybe not giving you what you want, but giving you what you need. And there's nothing much left for me to say other than keep on looking out for Boxing Talk with Raphie, 9 p.m. UK time, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And also Thursdays as well. We're all over the place. Keep on tuning in, and we will feed you. We're going to feed you. And yeah, nothing left for me to say other than blessed.